Hello everyone and welcome to the next module. In this module, we will be discussing about a very important process or a step that is involved in the design workflow, and that is sketching. Sketching is that phase where you actually can bring your ideas to life. You can actualize your ideas. Sketching involves a certain few basic steps. It's actually a two-way process. That is what you need to remember. But before actually diving deep into the different phases of sketching, what are the different types of sketches that you need to make in this phase, let's first understand what is the basic idea behind sketching. So in this phase of design, you actually generate ideas. Now, from where are you going to generate ideas? You might have some idea or some plan in your mind that about a product that you might want to create, or you can get ideas from the client requirements. So what you need to do is first you need to generate idea, you need to acquire inspiration. The next step is you need to create wireframes. Now, what wireframes are, we are going to discuss in the next slide. Okay, so as you can see, a website wireframe is also known as a page schematic or a screen blueprint. It's a visual guide that represents the skeletal framework of a website. So it's like a skeleton or it's like a blueprint, a basic planning based on which you are going to build the product. Okay, it's like a basic sketch that you create where you actually specify that these are the components that are going to be there on the product, these are the different features that are going to be available, like a basic sketch that you can do. It's going to be a pretty rough sketch. Most of the times these are like pretty rough sketches, okay, but still it's a very important component or a very important base on which the entire design or the development of the product takes place. Okay, as you can see, wireframes are created for the purpose of arranging elements to best accomplish a particular purpose. So as we have already understood that first we need to generate a particular idea, so you first have a purpose, that is, this is the purpose of creating a product. So first you have that plan in your mind. Based on that plan, you create a wireframe, which is like a basic sketch that you create, which is basically like a blueprint where you specify all the different components, all the different features that are going to be seen on that product. Okay, and based on that blueprint, you go on creating or developing your entire product. So let's come back to the previous slide. So sketching involves these particular steps, that is generating ideas, then creating wireframes, and last but not the least, you add components to your wireframes. Okay, so first let's say that you do a very basic rough sketch, right? Now, as and when you acquire more inspiration, as and when you do the planning work, as and when you understand that what else needs to be added, you go on creating the wireframes. That is going to be the basic blueprint for your product development. Okay, after creation of the wireframe, you actually understand that these are certain features that you can add to your product, these are certain components that you can add to your product that can actually make your product even more better, and that is when you add the components. So this is the basic principle, the working principle of the sketching phase. Okay, now that we have understood what a wireframe is, let's understand that how the basic sketching workflow works. So as I've already said, the first thing is you need to generate ideas. That can be from the a project idea that you might have had for some time on your mind, or maybe from the client requirements. Okay, after generating the ideas, you start sketching. Okay, and as you can see, this is a continuous process. You again get certain ideas and then again you sketch. So this is the first phase. As we have already understood that sketching is a two-phase process. So the second phase includes, that is, first you add the details. So as I just said, that when you are creating the wireframes, when you are creating the sketches, you actually you plan and you figure out that there are certain other things or certain other components that you can actually add to your product. And that is when you actually add the details to your wireframes or to your sketches. So you add the details and thereby you again refine the sketch. Again you, let's say, add certain details and again you refine the sketch. And this is again a continuous process. And these two phases are interchangeable processes. Like it can be like first let's say you add the details and you refine the sketch and again you generate certain new ideas and then again you sketch and again you add details. So these are all interchangeable processes. So this is the main working formula of the sketching phase. So lastly, let's just have a look on the different phases. Like first, as I said, first you need to create a basic sketch, which is a rough sketch. So as you can see, this is a pretty rough sketch where you just roughly draw something and then you just write that this is going to be where you can place certain photograph, this is going to be where there can be certain menu, okay, and all that. Here we can have a search bar, here there can be a button and all that. So this is a very rough sketch. After you do the rough sketch and you do the planning and all that, now you can actually refine your sketch by creating a wireframe. And as we have already, understood that wireframe is nothing but a basic blueprint based on which the product development takes place. So as you can see, this is the basic blueprint. Here there can be the picture, which is going to be the logo. Then we can have a login bar and a password. Here we have to enter the login ID, okay, and the password. And let's say we have some link which is on clicking which you can actually go to some other page where you can actually maybe regain your password. Then you have certain buttons, okay, and this is the basic blueprint. As I said, that what you do, you always continue that process, that you again have certain ideas on your mind and then again you try to add certain components and thereby you refine the sketches. And that is what exactly you can see in this image. So the wireframe can be updated, and here we have added certain components, like we have added certain icons, we have added certain text, we've added certain features and all that, and then we can finally get something like this. So this is basically a rough idea about how the entire sketching workflow works like. So starting from the basic generation of ideas to the till the refinement of your product, till the refinement of the sketches based on which you can create your product. This is the entire workflow. Okay, so in this entire section we will be actually diving deep into the world of sketching. We are going to see how to create wireframes, how to draw the rough sketches based on which we can actually create the products. Okay, so this is all for this video. Let's meet you in the next video. Thank you.